What's up, J3JP in the house. Okay, so this is about this one girl. What is her name? She's in one of my videos. I can't think of her name, guys. I could never remember her name. That's real bad. But anyway, her mother and father, her mother was real cool, and I really misjudged her. I guess. I don't know why she came to my school. Because really, you know what it is you come to America. I mean, you live in America, Western culture, and you get these racist ideologies or thoughts and stuff in your head that people are trying to teach you, or at least you're watching on TV, or people are always talking about it. So when you come to Japan, people say those things, but it's not necessarily that, or you can't really place your finger on it. So anyway, this one mother, she has a daughter really smart. She came to my class maybe when she was 2 or 3, and I'm thinking 2. And she could speak a little English. Her mother could speak English. And so anyway, she was going to my school and going to some English, some English international school also. Of course, the parents are rich, right? So she so anyway, I would teach my lesson and stuff and get a dictionary for the kid, and she was like, wow, kind of surprised about that. And then I would read books and stuff. And so I think one day something happened where we got into this about this put your shoes on or put on your shoes. And she put on your shoes, and I told her that either way that was okay, but put your shoes on is better, because after on you can connect something. But if you say put on your shoes, then of course you can put something, but it'll be like a conjunction or something you need, So put your shoes on your feet right now, or something like that. Instead, put out your shoes on because we're leaving right now, and stuff like that. So I think she went and asked somebody, and it was funny. She asked somebody at her, I guess in the international school, and they just gave her the same answer. So then it was funny because when she was asking me, there was this book in the class that actually had put on your shoes or something in the book. So I just showed it to her, and she was like, wow, I never seen it like that. And I was like, if you don't know everything about English, then of course you're not going to know that stuff. And there's a lot of stuff you won't know. But anyway, her daughter was really, really smart, and she was really active and really didn't sit too much, but she couldn't read or anything. And I think by the time she was in the fourth, it wasn't the fourth grade. By the time she was 4 years old, she had started reading, and I think I have or maybe it was by the time she was 5, she started reading, and I got a video on my one English of her, and I can't think of her name. Starts with an S though, but this girl her reading was so incredible, because she would read the way she spoke, because she would speak, because I guess wherever they were teaching her how to speak, so she would come in and say different things, and after a while she started really getting bad mouth and stuff. But I would laugh because I didn't really care, but it was just funny, because some of the stuff she was saying. So evidently what it was to me, it would seem like the teachers would say something and don't think that she was paying attention, and she paid attention to remember what they were saying, because it was definitely something these teachers were saying, and they don't teach the kids this, right? So anyway, she started reading. Her mother was really, really surprised and stuff. And then she ended up getting into my grammar class. I have a grammar class that I teach. It takes about, I already said in my other video, it takes like a year and a half. A year, but according to how the kids are, it could be less or longer. But the max is a year and a half. And she did that, and her mother was asking, why is my daughter taking grammar? I want her to speak. And I said, well, the way I teach the grammar is the way I teach is I teach them in a way where they can speak English or have or be able to start a communication on their own, and I teach them as fast as I can. And after a while, you know, her daughter got really good, and one day me and the mother was talking. Well, her daughter was getting good, and she was listening to her daughter read, and she was really surprised because sometimes she watched the class and stuff. And one day we were talking, and something came up about attitudes or something, and I told her that I thought she didn't like me. And she was like, well, why would you think that? And I said, it was just some of the questions and the things that you said, you know. So I just thought you didn't like me, but I could never understand why did you just pull your daughter out of the class. And she started laughing, and she would say, no, I like you. I think you're a really cool person and stuff. You know, and when she said that, I got to think, you know, then you go back to thinking the business and personal. You know, I'm separating the business from the family and personal and stuff like that. So what it was when she did complain or anything that she did talk about, it was strictly on the business because she was a paying customer. And I, for some reason, took it personal, and it wasn't personal. And I was like, and I felt really dumb and stuff, you know, because that's why in a lot of my videos, and this was a few years ago, but that's why a lot of my videos always say when you come over here, you should come over here with a blank mind and get rid of all that stuff because it doesn't really apply here, and you need to learn what's going on here, you know. And eventually she ended up telling me, like, well, I'm from Okinawa and blah, blah, blah. She said, have I been there? I said, yeah. She said, well, next time you go there, I have an apartment, and you can stay there as long as you want, you know, or a house or something like that. I think a house or something. And I was like, really? She said, yeah. And I said, I doubt I ever use it, though. She said, well, you know, if you ever do, you know, just let me know, and you're free to use it, you know. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then I guess her daughter, I don't know what grade she was in. She was probably in third grade or something. And she ended up quitting because she had some other things to do, because I think their mother was probably prepping her for business or something like that. And she quit, so she gave us presents and stuff, and I was like, okay, you know. The one girl that works in the room with me, she just writes down everything. Gave her some candy, gave me some candy, and $200, and I was like, what? It was in like gift certificates, so I can just like buy clothes or whatever, it wasn't cash and stuff. And I was tripping, so I was like, asked the girl, did you get money? She's like, no. I was like, I got $200. So I was going to get the other girl some money. She said, no, it was for me, you know. And I was like so happy. But then that was really interesting because there was and I'll just add this, there was another one when I was working at near Kyobashi, and it was his other mother there. And I think she was rich too. Her son, she didn't think he was smart or anything because of the way he was acting and stuff in class, and it really didn't seem like he was paying attention. But I think what happened was they went to another English place for a trial lesson, and he just blew the whole class out, just way above everyone, his level and stuff, you know. He wasn't reading or anything because at that time I hadn't developed the program that I have now, but his hearing was good, and you know, he was able to respond and stuff like that. And she came back to class and told everyone, you know, wow, how her son really understood, and they were really surprised because he was, quote unquote, the most disruptive kid in the class. Not that he was doing anything bad, but just playing and not sitting. And when she left, she had gave me $50, and I was like really surprised. But she was like, shh, don't tell no one, don't tell anyone. And I was like, oh, cool, you know. I was so happy. And I talked to some of my other friends, and they usually got gifts and stuff. Some people got money, some people got more than that too. But it was just interesting. It was just really interesting. So, but that one girl, I can't think of her name. I guess it's probably good I don't say it. But anyway, she was so smart. God, she was so smart. But that's it. I'll tell you some more stories about some other of my students. Okay, I'm out. Peace.